everybody, my name is Lachlan and I am doing the Stanchies for today's game between the Vancouver Canucks and the Detroit Red Wings. Why am I in my kitchen today? New camera angle unlocked. Because I've realized that with the way things are going for the Canucks these days, nobody wants to spend time talking about hockey. Gross. So rather than talking about hockey today, I'm going to instead try Detroit-style deep dish pizza for the very first time, made in my own oven. I left it in a touch too long, which means it is going to be very crispy and the tomato sauce is a little burnt, but that's okay. Chat, we cooked today, by which I mean we might have overcooked. Okay, I do see some parts here that look like they're well cooked. Definitely this end overdone. But this part over here, like this corner specifically, looks perfect, I think. So we're gonna just cut down the middle. Honestly, this knife's not the best. I have not gotten my knives, any kitchen knife in my home sharpened ever. So I'm the one who put pineapples and black olives on here because those are my favorite. Pepperoni, pineapple, black olive is my favorite pizza. Don't come at me in the comments for this. We gotta cut, ready? Ready? Okay, cheese pull. No cheese pull. Okay, I'm looking at that, and you know what? Like, that looks pretty good. Like, it looks like it's cheesy. It's got the sauce down the sides, like which is apparently the way they do it in Detroit. They just douse it down the middle. I'm excited for this actually. I think this actually did quite well. When it comes to popularity, Detroit style pizza is definitely number 3 behind New York pizza and Chicago deep dish. The Red Wings, coincidentally, are 3rd in the Atlantic Division. That being said, they might actually be able to jump into 1st if they beat the Canucks today. All right, here we go. First time eating Detroit-style pizza. Definitely a bit crunchier. There's definitely more bread. But I like this actually. It's pretty good. It doesn't feel too, like, if you've ever had Chicago-style pizza, that is very heavy and dense. This is much lighter. It's almost like a pizza that's like a Texas toast, almost, if that registers to you. Like, it's more bread than obviously than a regular pizza would have, but in a way, it's not too dense, so it's actually very light. The tomato sauce is quite good on this, actually. At least I think it is. Yeah, actually, this is not bad. This is pretty good. Originally, the plan for this video was gonna go get Little Caesars because they own the Red Wings, but honestly, there's a lot of things I'll do for you guys. Eating Little Caesars is not one of them. This actually came together quite nicely. What do the Canucks need to do to have a similar result against the Red Wings today? One of the big things the Canucks do have going for them compared to Detroit is that the Canucks have actually controlled zone time in the offensive zone and the defensive zone better than the Red Wings this year. They have spent more time in the O zone, they've spent less time in the D zone. The only place where the Red Wings have them beat is time in the neutral zone. The Canucks are getting John Gibson, a goaltender who they're very familiar with from his time in Anaheim, making sure they pepper him with shots, unlike they did the last time these two teams met. They did not give John Gibson much of a real fight there. It's going to be a different game this time. As far as I'm concerned, the Canucks are coming in hungry after that very embarrassing loss to the Sabres. They're going to be very driven to try to change the narrative around the team. And up against a Red Wings team that's not necessarily the most dominant team they're gonna face on this road trip. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity to build on some stuff here. I say opportunity in every video and then they lose. I don't know why I'm buying into this delusion. They're not going to win. Let's keep this positive. The Canucks are in a position where whether they win or lose, there is benefits to both right now, which is not something you can say for every team. And with the Canucks, they're trying to up the trade value for their players, so if they get good performances from veterans, that's huge. Even if they lose, they're still keeping themselves decently in the lottery position. And, you know, maybe you can be a bit of a spoiler. You can put the fear of God a little bit into the Red Wings. The Red Wings this season are a team by committee, and that's proven by the fact that they have players in their lineup who, as someone who watches a lot of hockey, I don't even recognize. You guys know Emmett Finney? No, of course you don't. He's a 7th round pick a few years ago, but he's 7th in Red Wings scoring. That's the type of team the Canucks are up against today. The Red Wings are a team that is better than the sum of their parts. They're playing as the team chemistry is where the Wings clearly have the advantage here. They have great players like Lucas Raymond, Mo Sider, Alex DeBrincat, but they're not necessarily the deepest or the most dangerous team in the National Hockey League. They're not a Colorado Avalanche. They're somewhere hovering in maybe that second or third tier. But despite all that, they're still a good hockey team. If there's someone I'm looking for to have a big game today, I would really like to see Brock Besser have a big night. He has really struggled in the last little while. I could really see him stepping up in a game like this in Detroit. With that, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to click like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you wanna watch more videos like this throughout the course of the season. And make sure to check the Stanchies on CanucksArmy.com after the Canucks and the Red Wings at 4 p.m. Pacific. Now it's lunchtime for me, so see you later.